My beloved cousin, Cece Ross Lyles.
Hilda Marcine. Waleska Martinez. Nicole Carol Miller.
Our brother, devoted father and son and cousin, Louis Joseph Nackey II.
Donald Arthur Peterson. Jean Hoadley Peterson. Mark David Rothenberg. Christine Ann Snyder. Patrick Joseph Driscoll. Edward Porter Felt. Jane C. Folger. Colleen L. Fraser. Andrew Sonny Garcia.
My son, Jeremy Logan Glick.
Kristen Osterholm White Gold. Lauren Lynn Catuzzi Grancolis, an unborn child.
Wanda Anita Green.
My brother Donald Freeman Green.
Linda Gronland. Richard J. Guadagna.
First Officer Leroy Homer.
My brother Toshia Kuge.
My beloved cousin, Cece Ross Lyles.
Hilda Marcine. Waleska Martinez. Nicole Carol Miller.
All expectations. We gather on this spot, as we do every year, to honor the sacrifices of the passengers and crew of Flight 93. By fulfilling the mission of this park and the mission of the National Park Service, we will do our part to fulfill our nation's collective promise as Americans to never forget the deeds of the passengers and crew of Flight 93. The National Park Service will be here every day of every year, watching over this place to keep it, protect it, and pass its story on to this and future generations. I'd like to now introduce today's speakers. Sally Jewell is the 51st Secretary of the Interior. She was sworn in as Secretary in 2013. Secretary Jewell works to ensure that the public lands are accessible and relevant to all people from all backgrounds, and to build a connection between the great outdoors and the new generation of Americans. Gordon Felt is the president of the families of Flight 93. His brother Edward was a passenger on Flight 93. Mr. Felt was a member of the Federal Advisory Commission, which guided the development of this national memorial. He now leads the families of Flight 93, which is dedicated to memorializing the 40 passengers and crew of United Flight 93 in partnership with the National Park Service.
15 years ago today, the course of American history changed. In this humble field, here near Shanksville, at the United States Pentagon, at the Twin Towers in Manhattan, and at every single home and heart of Americans and people abroad. Today and every day, we remember September 11th, 2001. First, I want to acknowledge the families of the 40 that are gathered here today. and the thousands of other family members of those who lost their lives. You have known the terrible pain of loss. None of us would want to trade places with you, but we honor your sacrifice and those that gave their lives for the rest of us. We're gathered today among friends and neighbors, visitors, and dedicated public servants to join in remembrance. I want to give a particular thanks to the public servants, to Steve and Jeff, who are the superintendents of this wonderful new national park site since its beginning, to the men and women that wear the green and gray of the National Park Service that tell America's stories, the painful ones, the joyous ones, and those that help us shape a brighter future by learning from the lessons of the past. Also our elected officials who are up here on stage and out in the auditorium, understanding the family perspective that was so important to incorporate throughout. The Friends of Flight 93, people who are long-term partners of the National Park Service, who've assisted with fundraising, programming, marketing, organizing. It's very powerful. And then last year, as we did the grand opening of this incredible facility that has now welcomed hundreds of thousands of people, to better understand what happened last year. Try to make sense of the events lost. Remember the bravery, courage, and sacrifice for the passengers.
Through the day, the crash, prior to the crash, the aircraft inside gives you a pictorial of what that inside of the cabin looked like. What they were trying to do is